Hello neighbors, Akibataku here. And you know, I've always been told to try new things every day, otherwise I'll become a very unproductive member of society. While I am not really the type to negotiate with normies, they do have a point about the productive part. So today, I'm gonna try something new. Let's see what's trending on Malaysia recently, so I can try out and join the trend. Society is overrated.
Racism, the modern scourge on our planet. It is so rampant, we are all practically born with it.
No!
Even in Japan, there is still racism, and even though Japan's racism rate is really small compared to the rest of the world anyway, it ain't matter. Racism is still there. You see, in Japan, there are these fellows called the Zaitokukai, or the Japanese ultra-nationalistic white wings, and they wanted to springboard Japan back to the glory days of World War II, when Japan got nuked twice. Yes, believe it or not, these people do exist in Japan, and they are not happy with modern Japan. They are sick of all these stupid anime crap, even though they are making Japan some big thick bucks. And the one thing they see obstructing their divine destinies are Koreans. You know Koreans, the ones who are made of plastic? Now, I will not get into the nitty-gritty of the relationship between Japan and Korea, because I believe we all have some form of context on it. Just to let you know, Japan was not so kind to Koreans back then. Because of this, you will always see the right-wing nationalists always try to get them out of Japan. This went on for some time. The Japanese police cannot do anything about this because this is technically freedom of speech. So because the right-wing nationalists are always being racist idiots to the regular Japanese thought to themselves,
Atsugi da yo!
so whenever the right-wing nationalists come and protest in front of the Koreans and trying to get them out, the regular folks will come in and defend the Koreans in Japan. The Koreans in Japan are called the Zainichi Koreans, and they are always under fire by the right wings. So on May of 2015, a new frontline of heroes came in to defend the Koreans once again, and these heroes took the form of otakus.
Huh?
Yes, that's right, the fat, filthy, stinky, geeky, unproductive otakus finally decided to fight for a noble cause. The otakus assembled to have a blockade to block the protesters from entering Akihabara, aka the anime city. One of the main motivations for the otakus to have this counter-protest was the fact that there are many people in the anime industries are Zainichi Koreans. One of the most famous examples of Zainichi Koreans in the anime industry includes Pire, aka Maki Nishikino from Love Live. The tagline of the day is "Otakudom has no borders." Every otaku took to the streets to fight racism. It was so weird, they even found the time to make an anti-racist mascot for the movement. And if things cannot get even more weirder, the Yakuza showed up to join the otakus to fight racism. Yes, that Yakuza. This part of the story is very limited in information, but from what I can find, the Yakuza believe that what the right wings are doing is really shameful, for the Yakuza believe that picking on people weaker than you is an embarrassment. Many retired members of the Yakuza soon joined the otakus to intimidate the right wings. The police never like to fuck with the Yakuza, and the Yakuza is always okay to get physical with the right wings. Some sources say that the Yakuza showed up first, and because the Yakuza is involved, the protesting from the right wing started to slow down, and then after that, the otaku started to show up to protect the Koreans and refugees in Japan. But no matter who showed up first, at least we can all agree this was a noble cause. Hell, the Koreans even have some imas written to both show appreciation for the otakus and the Yakuza who protected them, and to demonstrate their unifying love for Love Life. This is honestly a very wholesome story for me. Otakus are often shown in a very dark light in Japan, and for good reasons. I even have a video about the subject. So to see otakus suddenly uniting to fight racism with the Yakuza out of all people is really a proud moment for me. The funny thing about all of this is that this reminds me of the fact that unlike the rest of the world where protesting and riots are often a mess, in Japan, protesting and riots are often very organized and tidy for some reason. And this is most certainly not the first time. Japan once had a riot known as the Sarizuka struggle. And the thing about this riot is that unlike the rest of the world where riots are often quite chaotic, here, the Japanese rioters have actual strategy and formation. The rioters treated themselves as if they are some kind of military, and the police were overwhelmed by them. And the most shocking thing of all is not because Japan had a riot, but instead, Japan had a riot. And they won.
Few moments later.
Yeah, how often do you find protesters and rioters often winning a battle against the police? This carried forward to the otaku racism rally where both the Yakuza and the otakus managed to protect the Koreans because they were organized. So what can we learn from all of this?
Simple! Just so you know that every time you want to do something radical like fighting racism or whatnot, just so you know there'll always be that one Asian kid in the back who will always do it better than you.